Oh, now we're going. Sorry about that. Beg your pardon. Yeah.
Well, this is a version of Seven Drunken Nights learned from a fellow called Ken Constable, and he used to come to the Harvest Home Folk Club in Greet years ago, and I used to help run it with John and Charles Eels and Eddie Mitchell, and he was guest one night, and he came from Beckford originally, which is just down the road, of course, and he emigrated to Australia sometime after that. And when you've heard the last verse of this version, you'll not know why he emigrated to Australia. As far as I know, he's still there. Now as I come home on Monday night, a little before me time, I see this horse outside the door, and that horse it weren't mine. Whose horse be that? Whose horse be that? Mrs. who's been and be? Well, that's a lovely farrowing sow me mother sent to me, and it's many's the day I've travelled 100 miles or more, but a saddle on a farrowing sow I never did see before. And as I come home on Tuesday night, a little before me time, I see this coat behind the door, and that coat it weren't mine. Whose coat be that? Whose coat be that? Mrs. who's been and be? Well, that's a lovely blanket that me mother sent to me, and it's many's the day I've travelled 100 miles or more, but buttons on a blanket sure I never did see before. And as I come home on Wednesday night, a little before me time, I see this pipe upon the chair, and that pipe it weren't mine. Whose pipe be that? Whose pipe be that? Mrs. who's been and be? Well, that's a lovely tin whistle that me mother sent to me, and it's many's the day I've travelled 100 miles or more, but baccy in a tin whistle sure I never did see before. And as I come home on Thursday night, a little before me time, I see two boots beneath the bed, and them boots they weren't mine. Whose boots be that? Whose boots be that? Mrs. who's been and be? Well, they're two lovely geranium pots me mother sent to me, and it's many's the day I've travelled 100 miles or more, but laces in geranium pots I never did see before. And as I come home on Friday night, a little before me time, I see this head upon the bed, and that head it weren't mine. Whose yud be that? Whose yud be that? Mrs. who's been and be? Well, that's a lovely baby boy me mother sent to me, and it's many's the day I've travelled 100 miles or more, but a baby boy with whiskers on I never did see before. And as I come home on Saturday, a little before me time, I see two bums upon the bed, and neither bum was mine. So I went to the store cupboard, took down me old 12 bore. Bang!
Whoa!
I never see two frightened buggers run so fast before.
Well done.